Firstly, I would like to express my greetings to young students. I usually is describing generation of 20th century and the generation of 21st century. So I belong to the generation of 20th century. So now gradually ending. You are a generation of 21st century. So 21st century at the beginning. So if the generation of 21st century, if you make effort with vision, with optimism, you will see better future, better world, more peaceful, more compassionate world. So sometimes I jokingly telling people, say, the generation, my generation, 20th century, I think we create a lot of problem on this planet. So in order to do more work, this 21st century generation. If the world truly peaceful, then I think you may remain relaxed. So world really troublesome. So therefore, you have sort of more responsibility, more work to change that kind of situation. So I really feel very happy seeing the young human brothers, sisters, and sort of very fresh. So those young students, you see your mind not yet spoiled. Now, you see, you are really hopeful. You have the real sort of opportunity to change the world. Not by force, but by awareness through education. Basically, 7 billion human beings from birth, basic nature is more compassionate. That's now scientists say. So, since our basic nature is more compassionate, therefore there is real hope. If our basic nature is anger, then not much hope. So, 그러셔요. 그냥 그러셔요. 주셔. 저선 보고 그래요.
인사 보고 네 호스텔 나오라 보고 자다 된수지요. 호스텔 치러라 보고 자다 납치서 제천동 다시 숨겨만 sensi 있어요. 아니 이게 호스텔 보고 되게 consumer secular ethics के the lobjun the lobbies चेवरे secular ethics lobjun चेवे चेला न कुरान से की कर सकिया मेजे नवलों जो सूक्ष्म थे जो जितना अन दागन सी के consumer में चिलो लगा जिक जावाला पे नवलों में पे या ना लोगों लेती जी आजी language सूक्ष्म तो दी कुरान से presentation चाहिए सब दोनों
Very good, no? 그래서 당구 심사 그네요, 맞아요. 가. So these students is a very dear in my mind, because you see these children from Kasa slum, you see no hope. You see this monk, he noticed some children, Kasa Kenyan also garbage, or picking something. Then eventually he visited their own sort of their home, nothing, very poor. So then eventually he because of the thought to create small place, these children, you see, firstly some food like that, then gradually some sort of education. Then we helped my Dharma Trust, help to build the Kasoda, the hostel or these things. Now, how many years passed now? No, 14 years. Yes.
Hello everyone. I want to brief Your Holiness and everyone about the secular ethics program. As His Holiness told you that these children come from very poor background. They come from the slum area. Now they are educated and some of them are in junior classes and some of them have reached college. So our program in the hostel is a holistic program, and there are different dimensions in the holistic program. We not only concentrate on educating them and making them academically sound, but we also think that it is our responsibility and we are committed to make them good human beings. We produce good human beings. That's what our main objective is. So one dimension of it is ethical education. But since children from the hostel come from different backgrounds, some of them are Muslims, some of them are Christians, some of them are Hindus, while we were trying to teach them about ethical education, we sort of came across this challenge that we cannot put one ethics over other. We can't tell that this ethics is better and this is supposed to be done, this is not supposed to be done, because every child has his own faith. We don't want to change that faith. So we had this challenge as to how to tell children something which is common to all humanity, and that's how we came across secular ethics. Now, secular ethics as a concept, if you're aware of, is a concept which is not very closely related to religion. It does not sprout out of religion. Ethics is not concentrated with religion. It is ethics for everybody, for the entire mankind, for the beneficial of entire mankind. And there are various competencies. So we started teaching our children about these competencies, but our program is not just about teaching or taking classes. We had different ways to involve children in this. For little children, we had activities where they were talking about and there were stories shared about appreciating kindness and other competencies. And the senior children were involved in doing something which they like, which gives them space for their own creativity. So first they started by painting panels. They got into groups and they discussed and they painted panels, which panels are put across in our hostel, Tonglen. But now our project has taken like a preliminary level, and the secular ethics project has two dimensions. The first dimension is called the Secular Ethics Yatra, which is an educative and an interactive program. So the children get together and they go to schools where they have these interaction classes with dance and songs so that the children are involved, and all the new children in the schools can learn about secular ethics and then they can spread the message. This is the first dimension, which is an educative and interactive program. The second dimension is marketing social values, where we are taking the step to actually promote secular ethics, the competencies of secular ethics. Now we've used the word marketing not because it's selling a product or anything, but because marketing appeals to the young, and marketing has a big ambit, you can get more people involved in it. So marketing social values is a project where marketing.
I want to explain. So when we use the word secular, according to Indian understanding, India's constitution itself is based on secular concept. So secular means, since this country a multi-religious nation, so therefore, according to Indian understanding, secular means respect all religions. In the West, secular sometimes get the impression, the word secular, sometimes people feel disrespect to religion. I think during French Revolution and Russian Bolshevik Revolution, then secular means something anti-religion. But actually, I make distinction. What is the real meaning of religion? It's compassion. No one against compassion. Dogs, cats, they also love, appreciate love, compassion. I think actually during revolution period, France, Russia, I think the atheism means against religious institution. Because many religious institution is actually helping the ruling class to exploit poor people. So that's quite right to against that kind of institution. So religious institution. That does not mean against religion. But in any way, according Indian understanding, secular means respect all religion and then also respect non-believer. That is something quite unique. So that's very relevant to today's world. I think out of 7 billion human beings, around 1 billion non-believer. So these non-believer also part of humanity, our brothers, sisters. So therefore, I think Indian understanding, secular, respect all religion, and also respect non-believer. That's, I think, very relevant to today's world. Yes?
Absolutely, like His Holiness mentioned, and it is also mentioned in the Indian Constitution. That's how our Constitution works. By using the word secular, our Constitution is supposed to be secular, respect to all religions and also non-believers. So coming back to marketing social values, exactly because the vision of His Holiness, we want to like spread and share it with all the people because it is relevant in today's society and it will be relevant for the coming generations also. So the marketing social values project, we have right now decided to paint some panels and display boards, because if you go around, if you go in public places, you see so many things telling you to buy Coca-Cola, buy the new mobile phone, do this. We just want to make that attempt to say, how about be kind, be compassionate, amongst the hordes of so many things trying to say. We want to make an attempt to tell people to just have some social values and, make use of ethics in your life. So that's our project for now on. And also, it's not just the project, it's not just the vision that we sat together and we decided to spread the message of secular ethics. This all comes out from all these children, because these children have suffered in their real lives and they made use of secular ethics. We've been teaching secular ethics since 2015. So now I want to ask these students to share how they made use of secular ethics in their real life situations and made use of it. So I'll pass on the mic to Nisha first. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Guruji. My name is Nisha, and now I'm...
Not true because of afternoon.
Good. Sorry, Guruji. Good morning.
Good morning, still. Okay. I think, see, you, sorry, wait so long. So you felt now already the afternoon. Yes.
So I am doing study in Bangalore in Christ University. In 2015, that was my first year in Christ University, as Christ University is very professional and very rich students are there and they are very intelligent. So my first day in Christ University was really challenging. So I just cried a lot because of I don't have language. My English is very weak. And in Christ, all students and teachers are speaking in English only. All lectures are also held in English, and also they are very rich. And it was very challenging for me to sit with them, to talk with them, and I cried, and I asked Guruji, like, I can't do study here because I think it's not for me, and it's really challenging, and they are very rich people and they are very big for me. And I was about to leave my university, I was about to leave my studies. Then Tonglen recommended me to practice about secular ethics. And my favorite, I like self-acceptance and courage. I studied about that a lot, and then I accepted the challenge, and that gave me courage. And now I am very much confident, and I have confidence now, and I am able to speak in front of them, and also I am able to speak in front of on the stage in front of all that students. Like, I got courage and I accepted the challenge. And I think we all should practice secular ethics. Seriously, it has changed my life. I was about to leave my studies, but thank you, Guruji.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. Guruji, myself Pinky, and I recently passed my plus 2 class in medical stream, and I want to be a doctor. But as we are very much inspired by your vision on secular ethics, and I really like and love to learn secular ethics because it really changed my life. And as we are learning in Tonglen Hostel about secular ethics on 10 competencies, and my favorite one is discernment. And sometimes before learning the secular ethics, sometimes some people telling me something abuse language, or they gossiping me, and I really get demoralized, and I frustrated, and I can't do anything at that time when they are gossiping me. And it's really difficult for me to deal the situation and for the judgment. But after learning the discernment, I really am always trying to understand the situation, and I'm always trying to make the good decisions according to the reality, and it helps me a lot to making the good decisions. And I thought that it is really important to learn secular ethics because it changed our life. It is not like a study on books or like academic study, but it is the study of mind and heart. So it is very important to in our daily life because it very relevant to change our future, or it helps me more to make good decisions according to reality. So thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, thank you. Wonderful.
Your Holiness, today I want to speak about empathic concern. So as we have suffered a lot from different situations like poverty, discriminations, and various situations. So we are poor. We are from poor background. So we have suffered from various situations. So as we have suffered, so we don't want to suffer like society and people as we have suffered. So I think we are learning empathic concern in secular ethics. So I think it's important to guide the people about secular ethics, that how it's important to us. I think we can make the society harmonious and peaceful. So we just want to help the people with this. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Your Holiness, myself Vijay, and I am doing BCom in Kangra College. And today as we are learning secular ethics in our hostel, and today my favorite is appreciating kindness, because before I come to Tonglen, I have faced many difficulties, lots of difficulties, and even sometimes I used to go begging, and sometimes my mother asked me to go there, and I have never thought that I have such kind of opportunity to go in school or college. And because kindness changed my life, initial stage I have most anger on those peoples who told me like that, but now I want to do more kind on them. Thank you for your vision.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you.
Your Holiness, my name is Renata. I come from Brazil. I didn't grow up in the slums, but I came from a very simple background. I was the first one in my family to go to university. Nowadays I work for a company that is called Bain. We're one of the biggest strategy consultants in the world. It's an American company. We draw strategies for several companies throughout everything. And I just joined Tonlang 3 days ago. I know how our Guruji and the entire Tonlang family to do their 2-year plan as if they were a big enterprise to not only take out all these children from the poverty trap through education, as my family did to us, but also to make them better human beings and spread the secular ethics. Thank you.
Thank you. Really wonderful. It's a part of Kasota materialized, materializing is my sort of vision, my hope. This is just the beginning.
Your Holiness, we also would like to present you a leaf, which is also the logo of the website we have created and the Facebook page, so that more people can get involved and we can spread the message of secular ethics.
We would like to go. Oh yeah. 이제 혹시라도
This is our website, marketing social values. Through this website, we are promoting
Very good.
secular ethics.
very good. Thank you.
We use this leaf because it's a symbol of love and compassion. It's also more economic.
Thank you. So now, because 14, 15 years, this is now, no matter how small, but one example. Ethics without religious belief, not relying on religious belief, simply use basic human nature and our own experience. They say, when no matter whether you will know or not, someone is met and smiling, feel happy. Even an old friend or that, we don't feel happy, isn't it? So I think sometimes you see, human mind, I think too much sophisticated. I think animal may be more honest. So the cat, dogs, if you treat them sincerely, with affection, they appreciate. So the kindness or loving kindness, so all living sentient being, generally, I think all living sentient being are the common experience. Everybody loves that. Now, as I think they love the modern education, right? Existing modern education, only, you see, materialistic oriented. So not much talk about our inner value. When about inner value, such as love, compassion, forgiveness, these things happen, then we usually see relying on religious faith. Then religion, I think, generally speaking, you see, I think religion generally, you see, very much also they combined with faith. Faith means without much reason. Now, Buddhist sort of also the way of thinking, particularly Nalanda tradition, every point, you see, we analyze and try to find reasons whether there is negative, whether there is because of the contradictory reason or not. Always analyze. So, certain faith or conviction entirely based on the analyzed research. So that is something quite unique in the Nalanda tradition. Buddha also, so Nalanda tradition. Therefore, so that's something different. Otherwise, Buddha himself, you see, telling us, "Oh, my follower, monks, scholars should not accept my teaching out of faith, out of devotion, but rather thorough investigation and experiment." So that's something quite exception. Otherwise, I think faith usually there's not much reason. So now we need usually teaching or make awareness about inner value, not relying on religion, but simply scientific findings and our own experience, our common sense, we can explain. So since now I think more than 20 years, you see, we are trying to find ways to promotion about our inner value through education, not through teaching, but through education, through awareness. So we use the word secular ethics through secular way. So now already some result, some example. So I really appreciate this is my dear son, my institution, you really done very well. Thank you. Now you market so with your own experience, now trying to share more people. It's wonderful, really wonderful. Now I have, you seen, a few commitment. Number one commitment, I consider myself as another human being. I am one of the 7 billion human beings. So we are social animal. The future of human happiness is everybody's interest. And Western nations' future depend on East. Easterns depend on West. Similarly, South and North. So now, national differences not much sort of relevant. We must think about humanity. If we truly consider the other people, or human brothers, sisters, then no basis of killing each other, bully each other, or violence. So therefore, now we, so therefore, now time come, we need the promotion of sense of oneness of humanity. That's my number one commitment. Sense of oneness of human being, humanity. Then automatically sense of concern of their well-being automatically come. Then my second commitment is I am Buddhist. In this country, in India, religious harmony, I think wonderful there. Some problem here and there, occasionally, that's understandable. But overall picture, I think India is the only nation where all major world religious traditions live together. So it is possible to develop religious harmony. So my second commitment is try to promotion of religious harmony, especially now these days, and the very source of compassion, where is religion? You see, that now causing anger, killing, division. Very sad, very sad. Now look in Arab or in different places. Really, very sad. So, it is not time just Kasoda remain with indifferent way. Indifference. No, it is morality. Now we must be active. Try to reduce this violence, particularly in the name of religion. So that's my second commitment. Now third commitment, now of course I'm Tibetan. So regarding Tibet issue, political responsibility, now we already have elected political leadership. He carried this responsibility. Since 2011, I totally retired. Since then, not only myself retired, but also 4-century-old Dalai Lama institution. Traditionally become head of both temporal and spirituality. Now that I formally, voluntarily, proudly cease. Even now, the Dalai Lama institution remain for another century. Then, you see, the future Dalai Lama, see no opportunity to use the Dalai Lama institution and exploiting other. So sometimes I jokingly telling people, since the sort of dual responsibility, religion and spirituality, temporal. Since 5th Dalai Lama is in this sort of tradition started. So I suppose 14th Dalai Lama. So if 5th Dalai Lama reappear, what he going to say? But then I use my common sense. Now no possibility to reappear. So I have the freedom to decide. So now another so regarding Tibet, the preservation of Tibetan ecology. Now for example, India, Brahmaputra and Kasati, Indus river, all these major rivers, the original source from Tibet. So India also have certain right to show your concern of pure water inside Tibet, pure ecology, clean water like that. And then Tibetan tradition, Tibetan knowledge. So Tibetan Buddhist tradition actually come from India. So I always describe you, Indian, historically our guru, our teacher. We are Chela, the students. Now, fortunate or unfortunate, now Chela have much knowledge, Guru not much. I think we Tibetan, through generations, I think over 1,000 years, what we learned from Indian masters, we kept these not in temple, but study. At least 20, 30 years study. Me also, say, in ceremony, I put on high throne. But when study come, my tutor occasionally threat me. Because I was quite a lazy student. But so therefore, since I think my age, about 8 or 7, 8 years old, already started memorize some of these texts, which mainly root text wrote by Indian master. So our way is memorize these root texts. All these root texts come from India. And then some commentary, some wrote by Indian, and then later many Tibetan scholars wrote commentary. So then we learn these things. And then in order to study, we extensively use logic. So someone say something, and immediately we try to raise kasoda, gedu, questions, contradictions like that. So this is very helpful to sharpening our mind, really. So now, my latest commitment is trying to revive ancient yoga knowledge in this country. India, I think, can do combination of knowledge, mind, through that way, so the richer inner value, and with modern education, that help us material development and technology, these things. So combination, material development, modern thing, modernization, provide us physical comfort, not mental comfort. I think you experience, say, very millionaire or billionaire. I also found some occasion, very rich person, quite sure, you see, millionaire. But when we sat and some sort of formal sort of talk, then I found very rich, very educated, and some are the chancellor of big university. But when we talk, I found very unhappy person. So their education failed bring inner peace. Their money failed to bring inner peace. More anxiety, too much stress. So, in inner value, inner peace is concerned, ancient Indian knowledge, have the ability to bring inner peace, not through prayer, not through faith, but full of knowledge about the system of our emotion and how to tackle these emotions. So that's, your tradition. So you, Indian, can combine modern value and the ancient value combined, so that people get physical well-being, similarly mental well-being. So that's my third commitment, right? So you can help me in that respect, please. Nowadays, whenever I have the opportunity talking with Indian friends, some scholars, some government officials, some scholars, or some the universities, say I'm now talking, you see, these things. So response from public very, very encouraging, so hopeful. So please, you also part of that work, that task, please. Thank you. With the moral ethics, or secular ethics, this eventually, you see, with this sort of awareness, from kindergarten level up to university level, then India's these existing corruptions and huge gap, rich and poor, and caste sort of divisions, these certainly can reduce. So these, through awareness, through education, then I think there are really possibility to create genuine, equal, happy society. And with this respect, with this connection, I also, you see, one of admirer of European Union, not talking about my nation, my nationality, but think about Europe. So I very, very sort of happy the French election. I think people choose the right person. Like that. So now some questions.
Constitution 도시나 취향이 미기 동네의 루루다 동네 속에 되는 secular ethics 그런 전 발로 준대야 냠돌라 치료 야가 로드 보고 동다 정화 수실마 차시 땡네 로디 나로만 돼야 직제 니베들한테 마케팅 소셜 밸류디 군적이 레디드 나로라 미 몸직 저지 로디 나로 차시 땡네 뭐디 가세가 고도배야스야 다 잡라 나버스 가 말도 이네 다 군적이 sikti 잡라 나버스 표시 제시도 이네기다 뭐 고도배야는 배야이 내용이 constitution 된데 secular ethics 나디가 람데나 만들랑 먼저 신도니 상관은 어떠지나 쉬어이로
근데 도대체
근데 페미스기 가서야 로브 그란저기 미지 남롤단 야가지도 남롤나 시비지 고야지 다 시비지 내도 교지래샤 대승당한 정원에 다 신도니 도지나 쉬어이로
가
신도
도대체 내가 좀 랭게리 아주 랭게리 미터 매듭시래샤